You can't see or feel a Delta P situation as you dive near it. It grabs you suddenly, and it doesn't let go until the pressure is equalized. When it's got you, it's got you.
I am your host Xavier, and you are watching Final Day Live Stories. Subscribe to my channel for a constant flow of great content. Like the video and drop a comment down below. It really helps out my channel with the algorithm. On February 25th, 2022, 4 divers named Fayzal Kurban, age 57, Kazim Ali Jr., no age was given, Rishi Nagassar, age 48, and Yusuf Henry, age 31, died in a freak accident after being sucked into an oil pipeline, a true Delta P tragedy. 4 divers sucked into underwater pipeline, a Delta P tragedy. Maintenance mishap led to 4 divers being sucked into an underwater pipeline in Trinidad and Tobago, a Delta P tragedy. 4 of a team of 5 underwater welders in Trinidad have been presumed dead after being sucked into an oil pipeline on which they had been using scuba to carry out repairs. The incident occurred around 3 p.m. on Friday, 25th February, and according to local press, relatives of the missing men have accused the oil company and emergency services of dragging their feet over the subsequent rescue operation. The incident was apparently caused by a failure in a pipeline component lid/cap that led to massive Delta P forces, causing the maintenance tech divers to be sucked into the underwater pipeline. The divers worked for service company LMCS, which had been contracted by Paria Fuel Trading Company Ltd. to carry out the routine maintenance work. The location was Point A Peria, a town in the west of Trinidad on the Gulf of Peria, and the site of the island's biggest oil refinery. The scuba divers were at depth of 18 meters, installing a riser on a 90 centimeter bore pipe that ran about 400 meters from shore to a berth out at sea. They had almost completed the task when a safety valve that had enabled them to work on the pipe is believed to have opened suddenly, causing a powerful vacuum, Delta P effect, that sucked all 5 of them inside. And I'm assuming that 4 of the grown men clogged the pipe. That's the only reason the 5th one survived. The pipeline is 36 inches, operated by Paria Fuel Trading Company of Point A Peria. The pipeline was under maintenance, and the 4 tech divers servicing the pipeline were sucked in by Delta P forces. The latest news is that only 1 of the divers were rescued and is hospitalized. Reportedly, 3 of the other divers' bodies were recovered so far. Divers Kazim Ali Jr., whose father is managing director of LMCS, team leader Fayzal Kurban, 57, Yusuf Henry, 31, and Rishi Nagassar, 48, remain missing today, February 28th, while the 5th, Christopher Boodram, excuse the butchering, was rescued by relatives. Badly bruised, but said to be in a stable condition after spending time in a hospital hyperbaric chamber, Boodram reported that after being dragged into the pipe, he had seen the other divers in an air pocket. One of them had been injured and was unable to move. Kurban's son Michael, also a diver, was working nearby on his boat when he heard an emergency call on the radio and rushed to the site. Finding no search underway, he took the initiative and called his brother and uncle and a friend, all divers, to help. Diving on an umbilical, he found Boodram about 15 meters inside the pipe, covered in oil. He was able to help him out, and the others brought him to the surface. The men described hearing sounds from further along the pipeline, and Michael Kurban went back in search of his father, but found only dive gear. He was unable to proceed further because he was limited by the length of his umbilical. He claimed that his volunteer team had been willing to continue searching, but were prevented on the grounds that they were contravening health and safety protocols. Air pockets. Peria stated that the missing divers had been monitored from the surface while they were working, and that when the incident occurred, it had immediately contacted the Coast Guard and other authorities and had rescue divers standing by. In turn, the relatives claimed that Peria had not even sent remote cameras into the pipe until some 12 hours after the initial incident, and the rescue divers had been unwilling to enter the pipe until the contents had been pumped out. They have also told press that Peria and the authorities had failed to keep them informed of developments. Over the weekend, some hope remained that air pockets might have enabled the missing divers to survive, even though the air quality was likely to have been poor. According to one report, rescue attempts had been delayed by an attempt to position a water pump that failed when its lifting cable snapped. On Sunday night, Peria's chairman, Newman George, stated that further actions would now constitute a recovery operation using water displacement to move the diver's body along the pipe. When Kazim Jr.'s body was recovered, an autopsy revealed he was alive for as long as 39 hours after being sucked into the pipeline due to the air pockets. A true horror story. Final Day Live Stories. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I always have great content, a steady flow of great content. Thank you for listening and watching.